Good day to you. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about unhealed trauma. I think that something that's really important to note is that if you are somebody that has got issues that you've suppressed for a very long time due to a trauma, then at some point you're going to pay the price for that suppression. Trauma is one of those things that people don't always understand. They sort of associate the word trauma with something that is commonly thought of as traumatic, like, you know, people that are in the military or a car accident or a severe abusive episode. And actually trauma is relative. It's relative to the person. So whatever has happened to you is about your experience, not what you believe trauma to be. And you know, there's so many people out there that won't talk about these things because they don't want people to feel sorry for them. They don't want people to view them differently. They don't want people to have an idea that they're weak or that there's something wrong with them. So they continue to give the impression that everything's okay, and they suppress. And they suppress their own needs, and they suppress their own even their own desires, because they are afraid of revealing what's really going on underneath the surface. So a couple of things I need to say about that. One is that when you have been through a trauma, what will happen is your brain will go into protective mode. And when it's in that protective mode, and your brain is only designed to keep you safe and protect you, when it's in protective mode, the top part of your brain, which is the rational thinking, will be discarded and you won't use it as much. The middle part of your brain, which is the emotional part of your brain, will do most of the work for you to keep you alive, and a lot of your decisions will be made from an emotional point of view rather than a rational point of view. And then you communicate through the brain stem, so the emotions are communicating to the rest of your body. And what happens is, not only is your brain communicating that there's a perceived threat, which is why it's going through the fight flight, so you'll be releasing adrenaline and you'll have those physical feelings of anxiety, but also when you're in that state, you will release more cortisol, which is your stress hormone. Cortisol is corrosive and it will create an acidic environment in your body. And when you have an acidic environment, inflammation is the next thing. So you'll feel fatigued, exhausted sometimes. You might have digestive issues. You might have problems sleeping, because when the body's inflamed, we struggle to sleep. You might find that you're not hungry at all. You lose your appetite. You might have joint aches and pains, nerve pain. Often people that have been through prolonged periods of stress end up with sort of autoimmune disorders like fibromyalgia. You know, that's quite a common one for people that have been through a lot of stress. And all of these things can be prevented if we learn how to deal with our stress, how to deal with our trauma, and we stop suppressing. And I think that's really, really important, that if you feel that you're suppressing something all of the time, and you're also feeling exhausted, you're also feeling loss of appetite, loss of energy, you're feeling that you're having problems with your digestive system, or having lots of headaches, or just a lack of motivation, it's probably down to the fact that you are suppressing, and that your brain is in protection mode, survival mode, and you're releasing adrenaline and cortisol, and it takes its toll. And if you're not feeling those things now, you will eventually. It's really important to let go of what's going on inside your head, reframe what's going on inside your head, rewire your brain, and do those things that help you to heal as well. Meditation, clinical hypnotherapy, mindfulness, anything that helps you to relax. So talking, reframing and rewiring and healing are key, and they are essential if you want to start feeling better. I can help you do that. As you know, I offer one-to-one sessions, but also you can hop on to have a look at the Crystal Matrix course as well, if you want to try doing that first, or you want to try doing that instead. But essentially, you need to learn to let it go, to talk, to be vulnerable. You need to take that first step to healing. On that note, have a lovely day.